Welcome, everyone. I know lunch makes us a little sleepy. So let's start with our eminent panelists here. We do have two of them missing, but I think they've just got lost in the crowd. So they will join us when they can. So to begin with, we will just ask all of you to just introduce yourselves so that our people know you all and you guys know each other as well.
Hello everyone, Mohit Singla this side, and I represent here Zadley India as a company, and we are here with a brand. We have recently launched a brand by the name Beatnik, which is a Western women's wear product category, and we have very recently launched the brand. It's been 1.5 years, and currently having a footprint of 150 retail outlets present, having presence in large format stores. Also, the EBOs are there. We have recently launched our EBO 3 months ago. Um, so yeah, that is all about us. Thank you so much.
Hi all, my name is Nikita Mahsalkar. I'm the founder of brand Nikita Mahsalkar. Uh, we have a luxury pret brand since last 20 years, and we basically work towards bridging the gap between the couture and the luxury pret wear. We have recently launched our menswear line, and yeah, looking at kind of expanding, and that's why we are here for. Nice meeting you all.
Hi, I'm Sahil Dharia, founder and CEO of Soothe Healthcare. We're a FMCG company. We manufacture, distribute, and market personal hygiene products. Pari Sanitary Pads is our flagship brand. We're present in 250,000 outlets across India. The focus on Hindi-speaking markets. We're also present in baby diaper and other related hygiene categories. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Niharika. I'm from Winterbear. Winterbear is a one stop destination for licensed merchandise within India. We retail products ranging from apparel, stationery, home accessories, fashion accessories, plush toys, and more. We have over 100 plus IPs or brands within our premises. All of these, including Western classics like Mickey Mouse, Disney, Marvel, and Eastern favorites like anime, which also includes Naruto, One Piece, and many other such classics. We mainly pride ourselves with launching BT21, Line Friends, and many other K pop acts like BTS albums within India. Our motto is to bring products from across the globe to the reach of consumers within India.
Hello everyone, my name is Rishabh. I am the owner of Indie Crafts. We are a home decor brand and we've been present in online space since 2016. And from this year onwards, we are looking to come into retail and physical stores. And we come from Moradabad and we've been manufacturing and exporting our merchandise for over last 40 years. And since 2016, we entered domestic market. Since then, that's what we've been selling our home decor products through online platform. But now the ongoing process is to come into retail category. Thank you.
Fantastic. So, can anyone hear me, right? So, we'll start with Mr. Sahil because he has to leave. We are late and he has to leave. So, we will finish off all his questions and queries first. What is your strategy that has made Soothe capture newer markets, expand into newer categories, and strengthen your brand? It is an omni-channel strategy for sure. So, what exactly and how exactly did you go from a startup to a unicorn?
So, uh, so the answer for anybody, I can obviously explain for myself, but for other entrepreneurs out there, it depends on the category. My category of fem hygiene is a category where only 70%, 30% women use sanitary pads, 30% still don't. So the growth, user growth, for us, the business drivers are new users and existing users using more pads. To get a product market fit, you go to e-commerce, you get your product tried, tested, get confidence that people love your product, even modern trade. But ultimately, the ocean, the deep where the product was going to move, we say har ghar pari, then you have to be in har dukan mein, which is general trade. So we are present in 250,000 stores now. But of course, e-commerce, D2C, and modern trade are great ways to get your product out in front of the consumer, test it, try it, and then go all out. That's how we've done it. And it's worked out okay for us.
What about general trade?
Yeah. I mean, general trade. We are in general trade. We are a general trade company. About 250,000 stores are in general trade. And that's how actually, ultimately, when you have a channel into the market, see, it's easy to say 1.5 billion Indians sell one to each and you're rich. But karke dikhao, actually, internet e-commerce only reaches out to less than 5%. So if you want to go off, to go big, you have to go offline, which is general trade, right? So that's what ultimately it's about business modes. The easier it is to go to e-commerce and followed by modern trade, most people do that because it's easy. But that's the point. Business is not about doing the easy things; it's about doing the hard things because you have to build a moat around yourself. Because if everybody can do it, you have no value. So that's a great way to try something, and then you have to take it offline. Is what we felt, and we've succeeded at that.
Perfect. Welcome, Yuvraj. We'll come back to you soon. Mike certainly doesn't want me to speak, only my panelists. So, Sahil, the next question I want to ask is what were the challenges that you faced? While this omni channel strategy sounds very fancy and it is a dream come true to, unify the payment and make it a unified commerce, what were the challenges that you faced?
See, the number one challenge, it sounds like you said fancy to do that, but general trade to be in few lakh outlets is just mind boggling to set up your distribution cash flow, right? अगर आपका माल 2.5 लाख दुकान में पड़ा है and you've not got paid for it, I mean, how will you go to Kona of Meerut, Agra, Lucknow or Ghaziabad to get the money back? So to convince, we are a cash and carry company. We don't give credit to anybody. So that itself, to break that mindset that as a young company, we can command cash upfront, we've been able to pull that off. And therefore, the challenge is not just setting up distribution, not just getting the cash, but convincing your trade partners, I have a great quality product and I'm required, and we're an ethical, formal, process-driven company, and that's what we've succeeded at. And those are the key challenges that we faced. Because if you give credit, finished, then you will never grow because you'll never get your money. So I think that was one of the key challenges, and we've conquered that way.
And my last question, how much does data play into your expansion strategy?
Oh, absolutely. I think the last thing I look at before I sleep is data, and the first thing I do that in the morning is that ki kitni sale hui, for example, and that's a data point, and we get that all on our apps now. The whole point of being in FMCG, well, FMCG is fast. Fast generates a lot of information. That velocity gives you a lot of information. And if you don't capture that, मतलब हमारा एक पैकेट 30, 40, 50 रुपए का है, and if you're doing 250 crores with that, you have lakhs of customers buying you every week. So to be able to track that is essential to knowing. See, we have an army of 650 salespeople. You can go to battle with that, right? You can go and capture a hill. So to ensure that that army is pointed in the right places, you need data, and we live on that. Yes.
Perfect. So, Sahil, we'll free you up, but your gift will be taken by your teammate who's here and who will be waiting for the panel to get over. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to.
So, Yuvraj, you've just joined us. So, if you could just introduce yourself, and then we will get on with our discussion.
Hi, I'm Yuvraj Aman Singh. I am the CEO and founder of Rocking Deals Circular Economy Limited. And we are a circular economy brand. In simple words, factory outlet brand. We've been there in the business for the last 20 odd years. And we are growing every day.
Perfect. So, Nikita, we'll come back to you. So, you have a luxury pret brand,
Yeah.
which has both physical stores and you sell online. So, what has been your strategy in expanding, and what are the challenges that you faced in this dual expansion?
So it's really not easy to retail luxury products via online portals. We've been really working hard towards it, and finally we've come to few points. We've cracked few situations where which we thought are really working. We deal with women and men who are spending anything about 25,000 when they are online with us. So the best thing that has worked out for us is that we've given them an AI assisted manager always with them when they are shopping with us. If that doesn't work, then we always make sure that we organize a video call with them, take their measurements personally, talk to them. Without the personal touch and feel, selling a luxury product like ours is practically very difficult, especially in India right now. So yes, it's not been easy, but I think we've been able to come to a point where we are kind of reaching there, about to reach there, and I'm sure we'll crack few more things with the help of AI. Especially, we recently did an AI campaign which really helped us take this another level. So yeah, keeping fingers crossed.
Are you using technology for designing also, or just for assistance?
So basically, I was too tempted to use and see how the AI really interprets my design theory and my views and my design process. But sadly, it didn't work out for me. So it was pretty bad experience for me, and I have teenage young sons. My elder one is 18 and is studying AI, and he was extremely disappointed to know that AI kind of did not even understand 1% of what my inputs were. So he's actually looking at kind of, Mom, I need to change my subjects. I think I shouldn't continue with AI because it's just mind boggling. And no, I don't think AI is meant for creative heads like us. Not at all.
Fantastic. Thank you. You're the first one to say that, though. Niharik, I'll come to you. This is luxury pret. You have gone all streetwear, all kind of. You're the first one to get BTS in India. BTS wear.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
In terms of BTS, we have collaborated with BT21 and Line Friends, which is a line of BTS related products.
My entire team is very excited to meet you. Are you selling products there? Because they are here to buy. Trust me, they'll come to do your interview and they'll buy it from there. So tell us, what model works best for you, the D2C or the traditional retail? What has worked best?
I think D2C and also physical retail, both of us works equally well for us. Hybrid model is the best model that we have. Primarily because what we offer is an experience, not just the products itself. So when people visit the stores, I would like to ask a question like, would you buy Mario goods within a theme park, like say Universal Studios, or would you prefer to buy it online? When you see something Nintendo based goods, for instance, in just online, white background, just clicking it and buying it and taking it home, it's a product, it's of good quality, but then you don't have the experience or memory associated with the same. So when it's in physical retail, what Winterbear does is that we have 3D figurines, mega balloons, and so many installations done within the store so that we can bring the experience of a theme park within our store premises. Someone walking in will be able to experience all of that, feel the product, and choose whatever they like along with it. But then I wouldn't regard online as not useful. It is super useful because you cannot have retail in all places in the entire country. So likewise, I would say when it comes to our website, it's very useful in reaching places without our stores. But then hybrid model is the best model for us.
Are you also in any of these e-commerce marketplaces?
Not as of now. Very soon, Winterwear plans to open up in all marketplaces, including Amazon, Flipkart, Myntra, Blinkit, everywhere, so that whoever wants a product should be able to access it and it should be in their reach.
Fantastic. So, Mohit, let's come to you. How have you designed your seamless customer journeys? You have a fantastic hybrid model, I believe.
Yes, exactly. See, like I said, we've recently started. It's been the journey has been like 1.5 years to 2 years, and it has been a great experience. Like being present in that short period of span in across channels. Either it is our own website, or either it is a marketplace, either it is MBOs, and either it is a EBO. So these are the major four channels where you can be present. So in our experience, so we opened up each and every channel like in every next 6 months. So every season we were like opening another channel. So the last channel that we opened is the EBO, which is this current season only, and we are very optimistic towards taking it to the next level in coming autumn winter. We are getting a good response of the product. We're getting a very good response of the services and the way we are operating. Um, in terms of omni-channel, it is a very fancy term, but I think it is a play of technology and information transformation, right? How your information is traveling at each point at the right time to the right people, right? Because it is all about supply chain management. You're getting an online order, you have to dispatch it from the stores. You're getting an order on Mintra, you have to supply it from your EBO store. You have your warehouse there also. You have your warehouse. So each store itself is a warehouse now, right? So not just a single point of warehouse. So your inventory is kind of available to all at all channels. We are also we are experimenting now. Like we have put a kiosk in the stores. Generally it is for advertisement purpose. What we have done is it is an interactive kiosk, right? So you can interact, you can see what is exactly there in that store, what is not there in that store, right? So it will show you the product which are not there in the store. Maybe you want to explore more products, so you know that other stores products or maybe online products. So you have a mix and balance of each of them. And then exchanges, returns from online to offline, from offline to online. Like it's all mesh, but without the technology, without using that technology part, I mean, it is very difficult. And there is no one formula to it, right? That there is this formula, or you go to this vendor, you'll get the whole omni-channel experience solution. So different vendors, ERP is different, point of sale is different, OMS is different. Then operating the ERP and is different. Then your CRM is different. It's a gamut of all tech part. So it's quite tricky. Though we have cracked a good deal in that. Like we have been able to figure out how to manage all those operational things. Yeah.
So at this time, what is your ratio of online and offline?
In terms of ratios, I would say it is 40/60. Yeah. 40 being online and 60 being offline. We are increasing the offline presence. So it is, complementing each other. So the online is complementing offline, offline is complementing online. So creating a presence, omni, is what makes the brand, lift and see where we are. Right.
Rishabh, so tell us about your strategy. You've disrupted the home decor industry. I don't know why you told me that you are like elementary. Hello. You're completely different. You have your own niche. So, what was your strategy when you came out and started to disrupt this home decor industry?
Okay, so my father started the export in manufacturing and handicraft products. So it's a 40-year-old company, and as a kid, I've been watching the manufacturing process as a kid, seeing making all kind of furniture, vases, and traditional home decor products, which is when you talk about home decor, you call it decorative accessories of furniture, vases, and basic stuff. Now, what I explored the idea was that something a little different categories that we can capture. So, say we call it accessories, and in accessories we call bar accessories, bathroom accessories, decorative, and under that also we started to break down more categories. So one of the breakthrough point for us was learning about this, that when we come to bathroom accessories, we just noticed that there are brush holders and waste bins. Of course, it's a very, very small product and very basic. But how do we implement it and show it and just do it a little nice way? So we're doing it in metal. And it certainly just boomed for us from there. Now, coming from that, we started to develop our paper roll holders. Now we're doing our laundry baskets, and all of them in metals, powder coating, and different kind of finishes, which is not there. Most of it you would find it in plastics or your Neil Kamal and all those kind of brands. But when you put it in a very nice, like these kind of gold-plated products and powder-coated, it certainly becomes a little better looking and creates a little nice atmosphere where your space you keep it in. That's where a little upper market segment that we've captured. And after looking at this, a lot of customers have started to call us and ask for customization. And in that space, we've started to take the feedback, learn what their requirements are. They want products in their own colors, They give us their dimensions. That's what we help. Since we are manufacturers, that's one advantage that we have, and that's what we provide a lot. So it's the idea is to break the traditional categories, enter into something which is of utility to the customers, and what we can bring, which is of useful as well as something that is aesthetically nice and something a person can, feel personal about and have a very impulse buy about. So this is a little thing that we always keep on working, redeveloping, and the process is that of indie crafts. I mean, if you come at the booth, we have trunk boxes. I mean, बचपन में आप सुनोगे संदूक हर किसी के घर होता था. But अभी भी when we do it and implement it in modern times, it becomes a decorative process, product to you, and people are loving it. So we're just enjoying it. And then that's what we little things we explore. It is not just the basic that we are a home decor brand that we have to give you side tables, coffee tables. That's always there, but something that goes along, which is bring a new category to the customer so they can learn what they can do to their homes as well, and and improvement as well.
You're
So that's
bringing
our
back
little
the
process.
heritage. You're bringing back heritage with
Yeah,
the
I mean,
trunks.
I come from Muradabad. It's called Brass City, Pital Nagri, and it's lovely to go over there and if you go inside the lanes. Karigar kaam kar rahe hote hain, and a lot of things to explore, and you just implement it in your modern ways. It just becomes something different.
And one thing that I understood is you are completely D2C right now, right?
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah.
So you're doing this customization via your website?
Yes.
So does the person need to call you, or you have some kind of a AI tool or something?
Yeah, we have a page as well where person puts in the details and can write up a little description or a brief about what they want, and our team personally reaches out to the customer, discuss out with them, and we have our in-house designers who make the designs in the CAD and everything, and then get it processed and approved from the clients, and then we go about to do it.
Fantastic. I'll be coming soon.
Yeah,
to the
please
booth.
visit. All of you, please come.
Yeah.
It would be lovely.
Yuvraj, you've captured a very unique kind of e-commerce. You're giving rocking deals, which is, as you said, factory outlet. Factory outlet was always traditionally a very traditional retail space, right? Physical. How did you manage to do it online?
Actually, we started a career with certified refurbished products. At that time, anything that was sold online was sourced by us or supplied by us because of the quality of refurbishment that we were doing. So, any website which is there in India which sells refurbished or excess, the first agreements or the first sellers for them were us. And on the other side, apart from selling even their liquidation, when they were selling their customer returns, the first agreements were with us. So we've been doing this for a very long time. And if you talk about this business, this is just not about online or offline. I think this is more about sustainability that we need to talk about, which I don't think anybody would know that every pair of jeans is about 6,000 liters of water that we, which is wasted to make one. Globally, there are goals for all the countries. And out of those 17 goals, we fit in about 5. So it's all about sustainability, rotational inventory. So both e-com and retail play a very big role in our business because if something is sold online or they have trade-in programs or they have excess inventory, everything has to come back, everything has to be refurbished, and most of the people will buy it. So now, very soon, we're going to go on ONDC and we're going to be the only partners, or we're going to be one of their partners, which is going to be doing refurbished as a category because they're also planning circular economy as a whole for the country. So we're talking something very big. We're not talking something which is just retail, but both the things are really important because if a customer would not feel the product, he would not know the quality of the product because there's so much fake, there's so much copy, there's so much bad taste in the market for refurbished and excess that people really need to feel the product before they buy it. So as we speak, we have contracts with more than 100 brands, but then, the people, we have to educate the people that we have. The contracts with these brands and everything that we are selling is original. You don't have to worry about it. So that's the education that we've been building up for the last 15 odd years now.
So this is a major challenge. First, convincing the people that it's not a fake. So one of the biggest problems that we have in this market, one with licensed products also being fake and one with refurbished. So how did you overcome this challenge apart from educating your customers?
So we are not just doing refurbished, we're doing excess inventory majorly. Excess inventory is anything that is excess with any brand, e-com platform or distributor or anyone who has stock which they're not able to move and they overproduce. If you go in the market, if you just walk around, I think most of the people right now are wearing Balmain, which is not even in the country. So most of the products that we see around, I mean, you know, drivers are wearing Gucci and Prada and all of those things. I mean, we all understand what it is. It's a it's very difficult to track that, but a lot of the European countries, as of right now, they are going to be arresting you or finding you a lot of money if they catch you carrying any fake bags in their country. So I think it's going to be very useful for people who are actually trying to build up a brand or trying to sell luxury products. But education, I think, is the most crucial thing. And most of the things are, a lot of the things are getting manufactured in India, so it doesn't really matter if it's actually going back to Europe or US to be sold. They just sell it off here. So the brand name is still there. So I would say that it is a challenge, but I think it's going to be a big task for the government to take care of that. It will take time.
Perfect. So Nikita will come to you. So what kind of trends are you seeing in high fashion as of now? Both retail and other kind of trends. Who are the players who are coming in? And do you think omni-channel is a sustainable way of retailing?
Definitely, omni-channel is a way to sustain and to retail. I mean, providing a seamless shopping experience to anybody. I mean, this is going to be the future. Talking about trends, definitely international trends. Everybody is following international brands. I don't know to be happy or not to be happy about that. So if you see the red carpet, talk about Cannes that's going on right now, or whatever red carpets are happening, everybody is going crazy over international brands, which is not a very great scenario for Indian designers. But I think Indian designers have kind of have made a place for themselves internationally to a very large extent. So talking about trends, yes, I'm seeing a lot of international influence that's coming in India. And talking about retailing through online channels and offline channels, definitely it becomes more challenging to kind of convince people, which is not culturally very acceptable in a country like India. But as I said, there are ways that many designers have kind of figured to make the sales happen, and I think that's the future. That's the way we'll have to all move ahead.
Lovely. So Niharika, Indian licensing market is still at a nascent stage.
Yes,
A lot of people don't even understand what licenses is.
that's right.
So tell us where the growth you foresee, and how would you counteract these fakes, which is a huge problem in the Indian market. As Yuvraj correctly said, everyone's wearing a Prada these days. So what is your take on it?
Our take for counteracting this is very simple. When it comes to fakes, when it's there in a stall, they do not have a physical experience center for the same. So when you have it in maybe a smaller store on a footpath street or things like that, the actual fans, they know. They know it, in fact, even better than we do. They are able to identify the exact product and accordingly pick it out. And more people now have international influence access because of social media. These people, when they're learning about what's popping in other parts of the world, they're more interested in finding out if they can source it themselves. It's a very common phrase that we hear from most people that my cousin, my neighbor, someone lives in the US, they're coming back, they're bringing something back for me for any specific IP or anything as such. So our take is, can we bring something which is accessible somewhere else to the reach of Indian consumers in maybe online or even retail? So something like that, meaning that you can go to your own store, the closest winter wear store, and access the global products from your own reach. So that is one thing when it comes to the licensed merchandise part. And the other thing that I feel is that since most of the designs that we have the licenses, we not only import, we also design it in-house. So we are able to utilize these with our in-house design team in a way that these IPs are designed to Indian consumer preferences. So when this is done, the pricing, the quality, everything matches the demands of the market. So with this, I think experience is the primary factor that we can provide. So, because we're discussing about the topic of D2C, I would say that one thing that we're looking at is that if we could 3D map the product, maybe on the website, people will also be able to use virtual reality to see how big the product is, see it on the website, and also experience the product beforehand before buying it. Because right now, I think the only advantage that retail has is the experience factor. If you can bring it online, I think there would be nothing better than that.
Absolutely, I completely agree. Virtual mirror you can create. At least you know what
Yes.
you're looking like in BTS, even at a person of my age.
Yes.
But yeah. So Mohit, what is your now expansion strategy
So
across
there, I
India?
think.
How do you plan to grow Beachnik?
So, like I said, for first initial challenge for us was to be present in all of the different channels across and get the product acceptability. Since we are a new brand altogether, and the product category we entered is a new venture for us. Though we have been into the industry for last 30-40 years in the exporting of the product, manufacturing, and all that, but retail considered to that is a very different domain and a very different game altogether. So we have other companies as a group, having a manufacturing unit as a separate entity, having a wholesale unit as a separate entity, different product line. So this is another company that we came up with, and the product line we entered is Western women's wear category, suitable to Indian market, right? So when we talk about the international brands, right, the acceptability of that Western wear is to the Indian people still is a adoption curve that is happening, right? Um, we see in the future, coming future, that this market is a very upcoming market, and there are no much brands you would know, like Indian brands there in this Western wear category, right? Maybe you will have some international brands, Zara, Mango, but the accessibility is very limited to the metropolitan cities. And so we are in a we are creating a product which is kind of a day to night, where so we have different themes and concepts to it. um, and I think we are doing okay for us as of now, and we expect to have a good upcoming. I mean, the brand is brand when when people know it and they say it, right? So we are expecting that happen soon.
So franchisee model you'll explore, or you want to raise funds? What is your plan to do that?
See, ultimately, franchising is another way of finding out investors who believe in your brand, in your product, in your services, the experience you have, the team structure you have, and the way you are operating, right? So the purpose of being here at this platform is, of course, that we are looking for channel partners, because as individual company, or as an individual entity, we cannot run that business without the finances, right? That finance is a blood in your body, so it has to flow. So that is why, if in order to expand, we need channel partners to get on board with us, so that we have that expansion plan that we have of coming close to 150 stores in another 2 years down the line. So, the good thing is we have already started onboarding the franchises. Like 10 franchises we have already closed. Just opened the stores 2 months, 3 months ago, and getting a good response in that.
Perfect. So, Rishabh, are you on the phone? Should I go to? Okay. So, Rishabh, you spoke about opening a physical store soon.
Yeah.
So, is that your expansion strategy now to go into
Yes,
franchising channel
we
sales?
plan to get into physical stores now, and it's also one request from customers that has been coming because they would like to have a look and feel of the product, the finish. So, especially home decor is a physical product. It's bulky, and in fact, if we go to coffee tables and chairs and side tables, furniture type of products, bigger ones, uh, customer wants to have a look at it and then buy it mostly traditionally. And also the brand presence needs to be, that's a way of expanding our brand and be pan India, you know and obviously like online wise we are there, but physically that's something that I feel positive about to get into now, and that's why we're here, and this is the next step in our brand strategy.
So, you will also be as a channel partner. You're looking for channel partners to start your store or to grow it. And which are
So
the markets that you're first venturing into physically?
sorry,
Which markets are you venturing into physically first?
pan India all over.
You'll open everywhere together?
Yeah, if it's possible, why not? So yeah, basically get into physical stores, and we're looking at franchise partners, and we will be opening our stores as well. So it's both ways. Franchise is just because it's a faster route as well, and it helps us like with the pace of how we want to get into the physical stores as quickly as possible.
Perfect. Yuvraj, tell me, how have you unified this customer experience? You have customers both online, offline. So, how have you unified it?
Unified in what sense? In the sense that
Payments, the channel, seamless channel experience that you buy online, give offline. How have you done it?
so the pricing and the quality has to be the same, and of course you cannot give them 1 day delivery if they're somewhere else. We've tried uniform. The uniformity has to be in pricing and quality, which we worked on and which is there. So if we say this is the grade or this is excess, we make sure it's that only. So that's the only unification that we've done.
Right. And you have the same number of SKUs both online and offline?
No. Offline is too large. It's like an ocean. It's millions of SKUs, and if you talk about online, we only focus on things which are in depth, which is not in width. So anything which is in bulk that we have, we try to sell it online. Generally, the categories that we deal in, um, there's a lot of width. There's very less depth. But then some brands we do have it with.
Okay. And which are the newer markets that you're venturing into now?
We are just launching a store in Guwahati, which is going to be a store come warehouse, about 15 odd thousand square feet in June. That's like a big thing to enter Northeast. Even though we have 4 stores in Northeast, we're going to expand bigger there. We're getting a lot of traction there. Parallelly, we are planning South, and then gradually we'll go to West.